All right, guys. Sorry. I'm not going to be live on my other page because apparently I haven't met the requirements. So I have to be live here until that page meets the requirements. So I think you have to have like so many people on the page or something like that in order for it to make sense. So there's nobody here yet, but this is the way that it works. Sorry, I couldn't go live on the other page. It hasn't reached the requirements necessary yet. But, so I really wasn't even going to do this. Honestly, I was so tired. I was laying in bed. I was sleepy, laying in bed. And I was falling asleep. And, of course, you know, my guides, they're like, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. So apparently, there's a message, not just for the elements. I mean, I decided to record for the elements since I was going to be up here, but I'm coming up here because apparently there's a message that they want to get out to the collective, and it does not matter if my ass is tired or not. It's get up and get up now. So I got up, but I needed to go take a shower and get myself together so I could feel refreshed. I don't feel like doing this, to be really honest with you. I don't. But I'm obedient. So, yeah, they're funny, you know? You can't keep up with your spirit guides. They're like, sit down. You need a break. Get up. Why are you sitting? Are you standing up? Sit down. Get your ass back on that seat. Why are you standing? Oh, my God. You need rest. Go sit down. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's like that. But let me get myself together. I'm really not together. And see what I pick up, okay? Hold on. My phone's acting up, so I can't use my phone. So, no filter. Bummer. And see, like, I got this red stuff on the side of my nose. I hate it. It turns red right here. The skin is so dry. And I like the filter on Facebook because it covers it. Damn it. Oh, well. I don't care. I don't care. I'm here. All right, let me get some incense burning. Let me see what I can pick up for you guys. And then I'll get into the elements. But right now, there's a collective message. I'm not sure what it is, but apparently it's important because they woke me up out of my sleep. All right, give me a minute. Can you guys hear me okay? I can't see anybody. See, that's why I like the phone, because I can't, it's a different screen on the desktop. And the lag is crazy. It's way different than on the phone. All right. Let me get comfortable. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Right, there you are. All right, give me a second. Let me see what they have to say. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, you can? All right, thank you. All right. Give me a second. This is for the collective. Before I do the elements, this is for everybody as a whole. That's the whole purpose of this. Hold on. Okay. So they're actually going back and referencing back. They're staying on top of this. It's important. So they're referencing back to the reading that I did on Thanksgiving. And they're saying that all these changes that I was talking about in that reading, in that live, all the changes that are happening on the planet, I know everybody is seeing them. They're kind of in your face at this point. If you're not seeing them, then you're probably a vegetable. Really, the planet is changing a lot. The people, the politics, everything is changing. Even the weather is changing. But they're saying that to brace yourself because it's about to pick up momentum. So if you feel like you couldn't keep up before, woohoo, it's about to speed up. Hold on, it's really about to speed up. They're saying, hold on to your seat, hold on to your hats. It's about to speed up. It's gonna be a wild ride. He said it's gonna be a wild ride. Hold on. Oh shit. I'm already feeling it too. I can't sleep at night. I'm having a hard time sleeping. My sleep schedule's really messed up. I'm really sensitive to energy, period. So the energy on the planet itself, when it starts to change it really messes with my sleep pattern too. So I get it. Hold on. What else? You know, it kind of feels like this is the shift. Okay, so what he's showing me is like it kind of feels like two different groups of people, both really charged, both really energized. The two different groups. Some are charged in a very positive and productive way, and others are really charged with like anxiety, paranoia, but the charge, it's like you're supercharged, like the emotions or the energy that's swirling around you, but it's split. So for some people it's anxiety, paranoia, really uncomfortable, and for other people, I don't want to say it's bliss or exciting. It just seems busy. It seems really busy for another group. But it doesn't feel daunting. It almost feels like anticipation, but not in a bad way, like anticipating. I don't know. So one group feels, oh, I even heard exhausted. So one group of people feel like anxiety, where another group of people feel anticipation. So anticipation sounds like anxiety to me a little bit, right? But they're different. Anxiety, the people who are feeling anxiety are really uncomfortable. Like it doesn't feel good. And the people who feel like they're anticipating something, it doesn't feel like doom and gloom. I don't know if that's making sense to you guys, but this is the duality. This is the difference. And so now I'm trying to figure out how to help people that are feeling anxiety. So give me a second, because I feel like there's an answer here. Okay, so the anxiety is coming from the feeling of the unknown, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what comes next, not knowing what to do, not having all the answers, feeling like you're gonna either miss out or miss the boat or something, but it almost feels like panic. You know how when people, if there's an emergency and people panic, the people who are panicking, running around in circles, those are the ones that are in danger because they're not paying attention. So I feel like, one, relax. Um, this energy is really intense and it's hard to ground if you're not used to this. And I promise you, the best way through this is, when you're feeling it, is to take really deep breaths through your nose and hold it for as long as you can and let it out real slow. And keep doing that. Your body will relax. It will. Because I feel like the anxiety, I feel it's bringing people to tears. You know what I mean? The anxiety is so intense for some people. And this may not be something that you're experiencing yet. Like I said, these are predictions. They could be for the month of March, but they can extend out. They're kind of timeless. And a lot of times, like if you go back to my old videos to like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and play it, you know, for your sign, like read the title and play it for your sign, a lot of times it'll resonate now. Because this is what I see coming. This is not what's in the past. You know what I mean? And everybody's timeline is different. Not everybody is on the same timeline. So what some people may be experiencing right now while I'm saying it, others may not, but will later. So, you know, you got to take heed to what I'm saying. All right, hold on. All right. Okay. You got to stop sitting idle. Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. Hey.
Right.
Oh, I like that hoodie.
Thank you, Nene.
Of course. All right. I'm live right now doing readings, but
Yeah.
your cat sounds like he's gonna rip his claws out trying to come out of that room.
All right.
But I'll talk to you. I just kind of started, so I'll talk to you when I'm done.
Alrighty, ma.
All right. I love you. Sorry. My son coming in from work. His handsome self. So, damn, where was I? I keep hearing fear of the unknown. That's what it is. A lot of people have a fear of the unknown. All right. I don't know what was so urgent about this. Not enough to wake my ass up. Maybe it's the elements. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a stronger connection. It's not that strong. Wow. All right. So, I think he wants to talk about the physical changes that your body may be going through. And the first thing that they said was nosebleeds. So that's interesting. So don't freak out. Don't freak out. I don't know why it happens, why this is happening. But some people in this energy may even be, okay, they're comparing it to being up in the mountains, like the altitude, because of the altitude, because of the vibration of the energy. That's interesting. It may cause nosebleeds. Wow, some of you might be experiencing nosebleeds. Don't freak out. It's really your body integrating this energy. It's a real physical process. Skin changes, absolutely, skin changes. Your internal, excuse me, your internal clock might be changing. So a lot of you may be feeling like you're going through insomnia when really your body is adjusting to the new energy. And with this new energy, you'll just need less sleep because the body won't be so dense. The more it can integrate this light energy, the less dense it'll become. The less dense that it is, then the less recovery time that it'll need. Wow, they're saying that your energy is going to be so light that it's actually going to affect your dreams. Your dreams will become more vivid. It's almost like the less dense the body becomes, the more I don't want to say resilient because I feel like that's a given, but I want to say the more capabilities, the more you awaken things inside of you that have been dormant. Yeah, it's like that. So, if you're only getting like 4 hours of sleep in a night and you're still waking up refreshed and full of energy, it's because you're absorbing, you're doing well with absorbing the energy. And then there's others, the ones that are more dense in this energy, that are experiencing insomnia, are experiencing anxiety, and it's because you're having a hard time integrating this energy and grounding it. It's out of fear. It's out of fear of change. For some of you, you're noticing it, you're picking up on it, and it's freaking you out. Others of you, I don't even think you're noticing it. But for the ones that are noticing it and it's uncomfortable, relax. This is it's like, it's almost like leaving the atmosphere. You know how astronauts, they have to go through a series of physical tests before they can even be considered a candidate in order to leave the planet. And some, and so, but most of them have to train before they do. They have to train their bodies. So it's kind of like this. It's like your body is adjusting because the atmosphere is adjusting. And some of you, just like some people, cannot make it to the moon because you can't adjust, like your body can't adjust. This is the same thing. It's like you're going through a series of I don't want to say tests because you're not being tested, a series of events, physical events. Your body is definitely being affected physically. Your appetite's going to change. You're going to find yourself needing to eat less. Some of you, real hardcore meat eaters, might get kind of curious or might think that there's something wrong with you because naturally you just may get a distaste for meat. It may happen where you might want to have like just the urge to eat natural, to eat clean. It'll come naturally. Your body's just going to start rejecting what's not good for it. Interesting. I'm in trouble. I'm definitely in trouble. Oh, God. I put the worst shit in my body. Jesus. No bueno. No bueno. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. I think they just want you to start noticing the changes. Like, it's like they want me to point them out because I feel like there's day-to-day things that people take advantage. I didn't want to say that. For granted. There's like day-to-day things that people take for granted. Like they notice, but they don't really think too much about it or think too deep into it. But here's another thing to notice. The connection between kids and animals. You're going to notice that kids, and it's going to seem like, it's almost going to seem like they really truly understand each other, like they can communicate. The connection with them, and I'm talking about little kids, young, like, I don't know, 5 and younger maybe, but their connection to animals is going to be different than what ours would have been at that age. They're really going to be in tune with an animal's needs, and vice versa. Animals are going to be really in tune with children, and it's because these children are literally like pure light. They've already integrated onto the highest timeline energetically that they can. They're already there. They're already there. And so animals are really sensitive to energy and they can sense this. And so children just feel safe to animals. And so instinctively, animals are going to want to protect them. And so there's going to be a closeness between them. Well, it's really beautiful, actually. Aww. Hold on. Now, this is something that may not be noticeable to a lot of people, but it's something that they want to mention too. just as like something to talk about, like another change that's happening, that you would be able to physically witness if you wanted to. Is that a lot of times, like if you walk into a woodsy area, you'll see a lot of trees on the ground, because they get to a certain age or they just die or whatever, and or because of weather. But what they're saying is, and so that's normal, that's typical. But what they're saying is that there's going to be almost double the amount of that. And, but I want to know why that's happening. I hear making room, but making room for what? Like, I don't know what that means. It's not making that much sense to me, honestly. Mm, I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, so we'll stop it on that note. But I'll get into the elements now. Let me see. And then I'll just share this on my other page. But I want this incense from. I need to get more of that damn incense. I keep sleeping on it. I'll have to order some tonight while I'm thinking about it. But I gotta buy it by the case because I go through too much of it. And this is all I have left. Anyway. Well, of that kind. I have a lot of incense. It's just this particular kind I really like. Alright, so let's do the elements and I'll get off of here and finish what I was doing before I laid down. Because now I'm up. I'm up now. But I already know my son's probably going to want to smoke. Work perks, you know what I mean? It's like he comes home from work and he's like, you want to smoke? And I'm like, absolutely. Yes, I do. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, he looks out. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. My daughter could use a little help. He's a good kid. All right, so let's see. What element? What element? What element? Energetically, I'm not feeling this. But it's the first. So let me see what's going to come out. So it might take a little bit longer for me to receive any information, like longer than normal, because I'm really just not feeling it. So it's going to take me a little longer to connect to it. I feel depleted. I'm really exhausted. I was sick for a couple days. I woke up the other morning, woke up out of my sleep, real nauseous. I didn't even have time to like run downstairs to the bathroom. I had to grab a plastic bag and throw up in a plastic bag. That was horrible. Ugh, it's horrible. I hate throwing up. It's the worst. It's the worst. I cry. I hate throwing up. Big baby. All right. All right. Let me see. Earth. All right. Let me do. I'm laughing at myself. All right. Hold on. It almost feels like writer's block, you know? It's weird. All right. Give me a second, because I really want to do this anyway. I like to go back and listen to them too, because, I do this for everybody, but it really, I go back and it always ends up true for me as well. I'm part of the collective, so why wouldn't it, right? It's always a surprise, but let's see. What do I get? Earth signs. Earth, Earth, Earth. Okay, Earth. I heard dominating the competition. Okay. What competition? Dominating the competition. Going for the gold. Okay. All right, hold on. A lot of times when I write, it helps keep the energy moving. Earth. Okay, Earth, I see you just come. I see you coming in. It's like they're showing me somebody on a football field holding the football under their arm and then running and just knocking people out of the way to make the touchdown, effortlessly. They're showing it to me effortlessly. Like it's effort, like just jumping over people, swerving, like it's effortless. Okay. I heard you're tired of being left behind. Okay. And I'm also hearing that song Listen from Beyonce. Something about your dreams, like the things that you've dreamed of or the things that you've wanted in your life coming true and making sure they do. But it's like working double time or putting in extra work to make sure they do. But I feel like you reach a certain milestone, and once you reach this milestone, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. Like nothing's gonna stop you. That's what I feel like. That's what it feels like. Okay, Earth. Good. Good. Fuck it. I mean, you gotta be your own cheerleader sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You really do. I feel like you really had to fight to get here, though. Like, whatever this is, you really earned it. Because I feel like it looks like you're moving forward. Imagine trying to walk out a door and then somebody grabbing you and pulling you back. Keep grabbing you, pulling you back. Grab you, pull you back. You're like, get the fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like. And it's like you're trying to work towards this goal, but people want to keep pulling you back. And you're like, oh no. Mm-mm. Like, I think you've been pulled back and sat down even. Like, pull back and sit for a while. And you're like, no. Mm-mm. It's like you're breaking free. You're breaking free from... It seems like a shell. Like, coming out of a shell. Or the way I can compare it is like a chicken, coming out of an egg hatching. Like the shell is cracking and breaking, and it's almost like people are trying to run over and piece it back together and glue it back together. Like, no, 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 stay in the egg. Because as soon as you come out of this egg, you're going to grow, you're going to mature, and you're going to master whatever it is that you're working on. You're going to master it. And there's a possibility that the people that are holding you back, they're afraid of your evolution somehow. They're worried about it. Either they're worried that they're going to get left behind, or that you're going to be better than them. Oh. Well, they weren't really there for you then anyway, were they? But I feel like you don't care. It's like, no. And I feel like you don't care because I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, not only would you want them to go, you would open the door, push them out, not pull them in. Go, 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 go do that. Like I'm rooting for you in the background. I hope you are better than me. I've been trying to teach you, so I hope you are better than me, you know, like that. But I feel like this is not what's happening. And so you're going anyway. You're going to go. Because I feel like you've been held back enough, long enough. Like whatever this is that you've got going on, Earth signs, it could be something that you've been thinking about for a really, really long time and are just now starting to be able to do it. Or it's something that you've been working on for a really, really long time. And it's just now birthing into something that you can see tangible progress. Like it's tangible now. And I feel like these people that are trying to hold you back, they actually have the opportunity to be with you, be side by side with you, and be on this journey with you. But instead, they want to compete. God, they want to compete with you instead. The fuck? Ain't no I in team. It's kind of greedy. It's kind of selfish. But it also comes from a place of fear with these people. And I think that you understand that on some level. Maybe not those words. But I think you understand that it's not coming from a malicious place. And I don't think that it is. I don't think it's coming from a malicious place. But it is hindering your progress if you let it. Like you have to start saying no and setting strong boundaries is really what you need to do. Because I feel like once you reach this threshold, wherever it is that, whatever this threshold is, it's like you can stop putting so much focus in on it. Not that it's not going to be a part of your daily life. It will be. But less time will have to be spent on it once you get where you need to be with it. So, but I feel like people are worried about where it's going to take you. That's what I feel like. Do I need to pull cards? I keep forgetting pull cards, right? Let me see. What deck is this? Oh, it's one of those other decks that I wrote on. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I haven't pulled this. I haven't used this deck in a couple of years. It's you can buy a blank deck. You can buy blank tarot decks and write on them. So that's what I did. Let's see what comes out. Just gonna shuffle. One of these cards are messed up. Alright, hold on. Earth signs. Leave the baggage at the door. Put yourself first. Pay attention to spirit. Pay attention to nature. Spirit is talking. And then Crazy Train came out with it. See the changes. I'm telling you. You're going to start to see them. You're going to start seeing them. Yeah. All right. That sounds more like it matches up with the collective reading, right? More so than this one. But let me see. Use this deck. The bottom of the deck, open up. throat chakra. Speak up. Yeah, see? It's like change too. Like it's the number 5, it's the 5th chakra, but it also represents change. And I think I think the way you deal with people in general is changing. Your communication style with people is changing. It's like you have to stick up for yourself more in order to get to where you need to be. Yeah. At the bottom. Believe and succeed. All right, earth signs. That's you. All right, air. Air signs. What's up with you? You know what I think? I think the light is too bright. Hold on. I'm having a hard time focus. Maybe it's just too bright in here. I like it when it's dim. Hold on. Ow. Oh. Shit. Oh, I hit my bony ass ankle on the desk. God damn it. I have bony ankles. That hurt. That really hurt. Motherfucker. Alright, hold on. This is better though. Air signs. Air. I heard whistle while you work, and I'm hearing like the Seven Dwarfs singing that song. Like, you're not allowing people to bother you. You're not. Like, I feel like you've got too much going on right now to petty people. My bad. Petty people. You don't have time for it. You can get time for it. Zero. Not dealing with it. Not dealing with petty very well at all. It almost feels like you're good on your own. Like if you need to focus on something to get something accomplished, you're good. Because I feel like you can get yourself into this zone to get something done. But I feel like, oh, I heard petty Betty. God. You might have some real petty ass people around you, air signs. You sick of petty people yet or what? I sure the fuck am. I know I am. Petty. You know, it's funny because the last set of elements that I did, it was the earth signs that was dealing with petty people, I think. Pretty sure it was earth. It was either earth or fire. I think it was earth. But now it's air signs dealing with petty ass people. Complain. They just, man, there's always something going on with somebody, right? Bitch and moan. Bitch and moan. Hold on. Ugh. I don't know how anybody can live like that on a daily basis. But I feel like you might be dealing with somebody that bitches on a daily fucking basis. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Ugh. That's how I feel about it. Get out of my face. Can't stand it. All right. That's why I like to be by myself. I spend a lot of time alone because of that. But air signs, I think you might be dealing with that. All right, hold on. Hold on. You know, it's interesting. I feel like air signs, I feel like there's a good majority of you air signs. And I think it's because you're air signs and you're in your head a lot. I think it's the majority of you that might be feeling this anxiety that I was talking about for the collective. I think out of all the elements, air signs may be experiencing this the most. You could be overthinking. And I think overthinking leads to misinterpretation, is what I feel like. So that could be possible coming up. Richie, I'm not on water yet. My good friend. Me and Richie go way back. I've known Richie since, God, I don't know, it's probably like 12, something like that. Let me see. Air signs. No, don't be sorry. It's okay. Distracted. See? All right, air signs, and I'm saying like that's probably what's happening with you guys too. I think you guys are having a hard time. You might be having like spinning thoughts or just these I don't know. It's like air signs' mind seems like it's just nonstop. It's almost like I can't get out of my own head or can't focus. That's what I feel. I can't even focus. Shit, air signs. Yeah, you guys have thoughts all over the place. You really need to ground yourself, and like meditation really does help this. It does. I know it's hard to think that, but it does. And hold on. Air, you're hard to tap into. Hold on. I don't usually struggle with air signs, tapping into air signs. I don't. But I am right now. I'm also hearing proof, evidence. I don't know what this is about. Either you're needing it. I don't know, but I'm hearing that. Proof or evidence. It just stuck out. Let me write it down. You know, air signs, it almost feels like you're waiting on a particular thing. It's like you're waiting for a particular thing to either be said or done, and you're not gonna make a move or sound or anything until it is. It's almost like you need proof or evidence. That's interesting. You know, it's like if you're trying to see if somebody's going to do something, I feel like you feel like somebody's going to do something, so you're sitting back and waiting. And you're like, okay, I'm going to see what this motherfucker does next. Almost like, see, I knew it. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. It's like you're anticipating something. Some of you might be wrong. Interesting. Hold on. Air. You're really hard to tap into. Could be being very secretive. It's probably why it's hard to tap into you. Could be being very secretive. All right, air signs. Challenge accepted. Somebody might be bursting somebody's bubble. Yeah. What did I just say? Some of you might be bursting someone's bubble. I don't know what that means exactly yet, but that's what I heard. Someone's like, sorry, not sorry. Damn. Someone might get their feelings hurt. Someone might get their feelings hurt. This is interesting. Okay. This is crazy. All right, so I'm hearing the tangled webs we weave. Like, if I could project the images out of my head and onto the screen, I would love to do that. So you guys can see what I'm seeing in my head real time, but I can't. But I don't know. It's almost like being done with one thing and starting another. Like, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I think you're sorry because it's not to hurt other people, but it's, I want to be happy. You want to be happy. That's what it boils down to. You just want to be happy. Okay. But you might be bursting somebody's bubble. Yeah. And I think they're saying it kindly. I think my guides are saying it nicely. Yeah. Either you already did and are kind of coming out of that, I guess, or you're going to. Something like that. But I feel like some of you may be too deep in your mind, overthinking. I'm hearing overthinking. Some of you may be overthinking. Some of you could be thinking yourself right out of something good for you. Typical, right? Typical air sign shit. Could be thinking yourself right out of something that you're supposed to do, or something that you want to do, or I don't know. Could just be talking yourself right out of it. Self-doubt. That's what I heard. Self-doubt. Well, how the hell can you get anywhere if you keep doubting yourself? Sometimes you gotta take the plunge. You know what I mean? You're really hard to tap into, air. You know, it almost feels like you want to be hidden right now. And that's not typical for air signs. It's not. Usually they don't want to be hidden, you know? Usually they want to be heard. I mean, the air, right? They want to be heard. They want to be free to move about and do whatever, but it really feels, I'm getting like this hermit energy off of you air signs. I feel like air signs really need time to themselves. But I feel like, see, it's crazy. What a conundrum, right? So I feel like you need time to yourself, but I also feel like too much time to yourself is not healthy. But I also feel like you can get lost in this time to think. I guess like you need time to process, to analyze, to think, to do all these things, right? In your head. I don't know. But I also feel like it's necessary, but too much is could be creating a self-sabotage. Too much of it. And okay. So even if you keep yourself busy and forget for a little while, as soon as you're done, it whoop, pops right back up. So your guides are saying, in order to, because I think it's starting to drive you crazy, to be honest. But your guides are saying, in order to stop this, then you've got to stop that. All right. So in order to stop the monkey mind, you have to be solid. Okay, that's it. You got to be solid in something. You got to be solid. Okay, so it seems like you go for something and then talk yourself out, and then go for something and then talk yourself out again. It's like you keep approaching something and then talk yourself out of it and turn around and say, nah, I can't. And then approach and then, I can't. And you guys, they're like, go. They're pushing you. It's like they're coming behind you, pushing you, like, go already. Just go. So, I don't know. I think there's too much time in your head. And you guys are saying that it's becoming self-sabotage. Like, you're going to self-sabotage by doing that. I heard, miss the boat. Don't miss the boat. See, it's kind of nerve-wracking for me, too, because I'm an air sign, so I don't know. I know that there's a lot of stuff that I'm working on in the background, like that podcast. Like, I have a person, like, I'm ready, but now my nerves are getting to me. Now that I have it in my face, like, I'm ready to launch, I'm really nervous. So it's kind of, now it's in my way, you know. So I get it, but I hope that don't continue. But anyway, all right, air signs. Let's see what comes out in these cards, because I'm just really struggling with y'all. I hope it's not like this the rest of the time, because like I said, I really didn't feel like doing this at all. I really didn't. I did not. But I guess my guides didn't like me laying my ass down. They didn't want me to get up. So I'm up. Fine. Alright. Air. What's this? I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. Your thoughts are the house you live in. In the mind. You're staying in the mind. That's actually a quote from my mom. She used to write these quotes down on Post-it notes and stick them to her refrigerator, and that's one of them. I used to call them Debisms. Alright, air signs. The thoughts of the house you live in. You're on the right path. So stop backing out. Yeah, it's like you move forward, like you get this progress, and then you back out of fear. Fear of the unknown. I don't know. Don't be manipulated. And then right at the bottom of the deck, fuckery. Alright, keep moving. Okay, so you know, some of you might be overthinking because you got somebody in your fucking ear. Be mindful who you listen to. Not everybody has your back. Not everybody wants to see. Not everybody wants to see what would make you happy. Like, not everybody wants to see that. I don't give a fuck who it is. You could have somebody that you considered a ride or die since diapers still not want you to be happy because they're not happy. That's what it is. It's like, fuck off. It's what it is. It's like if they can't feel that same excitement or ambition or whatever as you, it's like they want to keep you down. Like, no, I don't want you to grow because then you're going to grow without me. It's like that. It's like, I don't want to grow. I want to pull you down here. But I don't want you to grow either, so come back down here with me. No, fuck that. If you're growing, you stay up here. Never, ever, ever bring yourself down to anybody else's level. If somebody's down here, you insist that they meet you up here or they don't. It's their choice. But you never lower yourself down. That's what it is. And that's where the manipulation comes in. Man, I mean, it's emotional manipulation. A lot of it is... See, a lot of you may be experiencing emotional manipulation by somebody who is trying to keep you in a lower vibration. Like you may be getting sick of day-to-day things, like things that you do on a daily basis. You might be getting sick of it. You might be getting sick of like this particular routine or living a certain way. You just might be tired. It could just be exhausting the fuck out of you, you know? But you got somebody around you that's so more concerned about what's going on with them than you. And if you change, then they're either gonna lose out or they're gonna have to change. And they don't want to change. They don't want to fucking change. They do not want to change. I don't care what they're saying. Their actions are not showing that. Because I feel like whoever this is, they're on board until they're not. And then when they're not, it's like they go back to the same old shit. And you're like, I thought you wanted to change it. But they can't maintain it. It's like whatever they're trying to pump into your fucking head, they can't maintain that. They're not consistent. You're going to notice because of the lack of consistency. Stop listening to them. They're holding you back. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, hold on. Fuck that. Fuck that. Observe. Observe your fucking surroundings. I'm trying to tell you. And shine. Sometimes you have to leave people behind. And yes, it fucking hurts. But if they don't want what's best for you, really? That's crazy. Rebuild. 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 See, you're tired of the same old bullshit. Same old bullshit. Different day, right? It's at the bottom. Rest and reconsider. Here we go. Back into the mind. Back into the brain we go. Yeah, so reconsider. Whatever somebody's pumping into your head, and I feel like somebody's trying to pump something into your head, whatever it is, reconsider. Reconsider. Yeah, I don't know why I'm closing that up. I got more signs. All right. All right, air signs. That's what I got for you. That was slow, but sorry. All right, fire. I'm hearing fire. Oh. Richie, sorry, I have to go in the order that my guides want me to, and immediately I heard fire. I'll do waters next. Sorry, Richie. Fire. Why are you significant? Okay. I heard going out in a blaze of glory. What? They say the damnedest shit. All right. Fire, fire, fire. Fire signs, you might be feeling playful. Sorry. I swear, I wish, my guides. Oh, I wish I could project out of my head the images and the scenes that my guides give me when they give me your energy. All right, so, and this is the way it works. Literally, it's like playing charades. So they give me an energy, like a feeling, and then they give me an image, and then I have to combine it and make sense of it. And so it's literally like a puzzle doing this. It really is. So they're giving me this energy of this excited, like real hyper excited energy. But then they're showing me they're, show, they're showing me the cartoon Finding Nemo, and they're showing me that fish, that fish tank that's in the dentist office, and there's like this treasure chest inside the fish tank that have bubbles come out of it, and one of the fish swims over to that chest real fast and shuts it and puts his arms around it. He's like, my bubbles. He's like, you can't have my bubbles. He's like, my bubbles. So I feel like I feel like you have a lot of energy, right? But okay, so these bubbles, they're escaping from this treasure chest. And you're like, no, 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 no. Those are my bubbles. And you're going over to the bubbles and you're closing the chest and holding on to it. Like, fuck that. No more bubbles can leave here. These are mine. All right. You're holding on to something. You're not trying to let it go. You're not trying to let this thing go. So, but it's funny. It's like, you're coming in hot too. My bubbles. Like, get off. Like smacking somebody away. Don't touch. Oh, touchy. Don't touch. All right, so I feel like fire signs, you might be feeling a little possessive over something. You might be feeling a little possessive over something that you feel like is getting away, swimming away, floating away, whatever bubbles do. Yeah. Okay, hold on. But there's I keep hearing the word eager, eager. Like there's an eagerness behind you. This drive that's behind you. I don't know. You have a drive. You're being driven by something. Something is driving you. It's funny. My bubbles. You don't want to share. You do not want to share. Whatever this is, you don't want to share. You don't want to share it. You don't want to share this. This is precious. Hold on. All right. Fire. I don't know why I keep hearing this in my head. I keep hearing I'm jumping out the window for this one. What the fuck does that mean? Because it sounds more like a saying than an actual thing. Like, I don't think somebody's actually jumping out of a window. You know what I mean? But it feels like, I don't know what that means. Like, what is that? A metaphor? Or it's definitely a metaphor, but I don't know what it means. See, it's one of those things I'm going to try to make sense of. Hold on. Because I'm trying to feel the energy that's attached to it. Fire, fire, fire. I heard brace yourself. It's a bumpy ride. Whatever this is, it's going to be a bumpy ride. gonna be a bumpy ride, fire signs. I don't know what kind of ride you're getting on, but it's bumpy. And to get to it, to get to this thing, it's a bumpy ride. Oh, got it. So jumping out the window, it almost feels like a by any means necessary, come hella high water. That's what it feels like. Like I'm jumping out the window. Like if I can't get out the door, I'll go out the window. But there's a determination. All right, hold on. All right, fire signs. You're fired up. Okay, you're fired up. You're fired up. So whatever it is that you've been dealing with, you don't want to deal with it anymore, and you're willing to get the fuck out, like jump out the window, get away from it. You don't want to deal with it anymore. You're ready to go. So, because I'm hearing, there's like this cheer that my mom, she used to tease my stepfather a lot. She teased him a lot. And it was funny. It was really funny because he'd just stand there like, you know? It was funny. But she used to, he would go off about things, you know, and then she'd stand there in the back of him singing. But one of the things that she would say is, we're fired up and we can't take no more. So whatever this is that's you can't take it anymore, that's what I think this is what's lighting the spark under your ass. But I'm also hearing by any means necessary. So I feel like whatever it is you're diving into, jumping out a window, diving into, whatever it is you're diving into, I feel like hold on. I think it's coming from a place of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? Like sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so it just feels like, imagine somebody just sitting back like this, you know, just chilling, sitting back, rocking in their chair. Oh, this chair goes back and it scares me. I feel like it's going to tip over. But anyway, imagine somebody sitting back in a chair and they're sitting back and they're real quiet and you see them thinking, right? And they're there forever. Like, let's say they've been sitting there for a couple hours, quiet, stoic, not saying a word. And then all of a sudden, they jump up out of this chair, run across the room, and out the window. Just jump right out the window. And this is how spontaneous this feels. Yeah, that's how spontaneous it feels. It's almost like you sit there, you're contemplating, you're looking around like, I'm tired of this shit, don't want to deal with this shit, sitting and minding my business, you're out. Boom, you're out. That's what it feels like. I don't know. But I think it's because you just don't want to deal with it anymore, and it's it's quick, it's spontaneous, like, it's spontaneous. It's so spontaneous that it's almost like the people around you are like, what the fuck just happened? Like, that's their reaction. Like, what? What the fuck just happened? But they don't realize this has been building. This has been building up within you. So what others might feel is a really spontaneous, spur of the moment, like, fly by the seat of your pants type of decision that you're making, I don't think it is. I just think it's one that you've kept to yourself, that you're not telling anybody. It's like it's like a magic trick. Like a magic trick. Like, 1 second you're here, next you're not. You're gone. And you're like, where the fuck did he just pulled a rabbit out of his hat? Yeah, that's what it looks like. very spontaneous, though. Yeah, all right, that's what I'm getting. I don't know, fire. Hold on. I think I think somebody thinks they had the upper hand with you and they didn't. But I don't think you cared to try to prove to them that they didn't. It was more like, yeah, okay. Whatever. Like watching them like, mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Like just playing along, and then all of a sudden, boom, gone. And they're standing there dumbfounded, like, God, that's not nice. That's not nice. Okay, so it's like as I'm saying that's not nice, I immediately heard the clap back from Fire Collective saying, "Well, you don't know what I've been through." All right, my bad. Just saying. Hard does not mean impossible. Hard does not mean impossible. Yeah, you might be coming to a final decision that you haven't included somebody else in on, and they may be a little salty about it, but that's okay. But I think whatever this is that you're willing to run away from and toward, I think you know. I think you know that leaving one thing is not going to be, I think, mentally and physically, whatever. I think that might be easy. I don't know. But I feel like it's interesting. This is weird. It feels like what you're heading toward, you don't know the outcome, and it feels difficult. It feels very difficult for you to do. However, sitting where you're sitting is proving to be a little bit more difficult. Yeah. Okay. Be aware of your surroundings. Jump out the window. You gotta jump, bro. You gotta jump. Meditate. What I say. Meditate. I think that's what you're doing. You know, I don't think it's like a literal like chanting kind of meditation, but I do feel like you're sitting there alone. Like I said, sitting there for like hours, and then all of a sudden, gone. Where'd you go? That's what it feels like. Oh, okay. So these are coming together. Meditate. Is it worth it? I think that's what you're meditating on. Because I feel like whatever move it is you're about to make, it's going to be a difficult one. And I think you spent a lot of time meditating on this because you don't want to jump from the frying pan into the fire. That's what it is. That's reasonable. Of course. Don't be manipulated. That came out for air. Success is coming. Don't get manipulated. Don't sleep on them. They're running behind you out the window. Yep. Take accountability for your own shit. You're not accountable. It's not up to you to be accountable for anybody else. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. Like you can't, you know, a fly or a bee can't really fly in the rain because the raindrops are too heavy on their wings. And so they land and they have to sit it out. Same thing. If you want to fly, when you jump out that window, you gotta get the monkey off your back. Alright, fire. Master. Mastering. Oh, mastering your emotions. You're protecting them. See, this person's heart is in a cage, but it is lit. It's litty like a titty. It's lit up. It's lit up. The space around it is lit up. The heart itself is not. But you're protecting it. You're protecting it. Look. So the space around it is lit up, but the heart itself is not. You see? It's kind of dark. But it's protected. It's protected. It's protected by you, and it's also protected by spirit. Look at the bright light around it. Like, so, for you, see, this is very vulnerable. This is very sensitive. You got protection. You do. Heal. Breaking free from the chains that bind you. Heal. Jumping out that fucking window. Look at him. He's jumping out the window. That's what it looks like. Like he's soaring through. Like, it looks like he jumped from like the 50th floor. Like he's coming down pretty fast. That's what it looks like. Bye. Damn. Alright, fire. Anything else? Let me see if I can get another card out. Oh, there it goes. Wow, this came out for one of the other elements too. Believe and succeed. Yep. Spread your wings at the bottom of the deck. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. Alright, fire. That was you. Last but not least, water. Water, baby. Alright, water. You emotional little creatures. Water signs. Okay, water. What's going on? Okay. Water, I suggest you take a seat. Sit down. Just sit down for a minute. Oh, hey, Stacy. The video is small because, actually, hold on. Let me see if I can. It's small because of the way I have the settings on my program. Let me see. It might be better. I don't want it too big. You see all my flaws. I don't want you to see. All right. Is that better, Stacy? You like that? You did miss Earth, but that's okay. That's all right. The good news is It's the first element that I did. Yay! Yay for Stacy. All right. I'm glad you're here. All right. So, water. Yay! All right, water, water, water. Sit down. Take a couple seats. Water. I feel like, wow, I look cockeyed. That's funny. All right, water signs. Sorry, I'm distracting myself. Oh, water might be distracted. Okay. All right. You know, water signs. It feels like you're trying to collect everything in front of you. Like that's what I see. It's like I see water signs like, okay, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take that. Like that's how I see it. Like you're walking around like I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. All right, I got all this. But then for what? Like where are you gonna put it? Why are you even grabbing it? Like I don't know. It kind of feels like it almost feels like instinctual. You know, the way animals before they hibernate, they harvest, like they go and they harvest like squirrels, they'll go and harvest like a bunch of nuts and whatever, and so they kind of like stuff their den or whatever it is, their nest or whatever they sleep, whatever that's called. They store, you know, all the nuts that they've collected, and it feels like you're trying to store a bunch of stuff and like collect a bunch of stuff for a later date. Why? Why are you doing that? It feels instinctive to you. You know, water, you might be feeling, I think you might be sensitive to the energy changing and feeling change happening. Um, some of you could be losing a bunch of stuff, and so you're trying to hang on to whatever you can. That's sad. So it feels like you're trying to hang on to whatever you can because I feel like some of you are just losing a lot of stuff, and so you know it's almost like panic mode, trying to hang on to what you can. But there's others of you that feel like it's almost instinctual, like you feel something coming, and so you're trying to prepare for it. Mm. And I don't even think you know what. I don't even think you know what. It really feels instinctual, you know, like a woman when she's pregnant, you know, a couple weeks before she gives birth, she goes on this cleaning spree, you know, nesting. It's almost like it's instinctual. It's not even something you think about. You just do it. And you start preparing the space for the baby because instinctually your body knows that you know, your body knows the baby's coming before your mind does, you know, and so you start getting into preparation mode. But that's what this feels like. It almost feels like hoarding. I want to say hoarding things, holding on to things, going through things, getting rid of some things, holding on to other things really tight, like stuff that didn't even matter to you like 3 years ago. You know, it's like you go, oh, I didn't realize, I forgot I had this. I got to hold on to that. Like grabbing. That's what it feels like. It feels like you feel a change coming in your life. It feels like a significant one, but it hasn't been presented to you yet. But it almost feels like energetically you feel this coming, and it feels like you're trying to prepare for it. That's interesting. Change is coming. So you're right on track. So follow these instincts. These instincts that you're feeling, follow them. Trust them, follow them. You don't need the answers right now, they'll come. But follow these instincts. You're feeling it for a reason. Okay. You know, that's crazy. I just now thought about it. I have a couple of, so after my mother passed away, Um, I went to her house. I had a really, 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 really hard time parting with anything. And I mean anything. I held on to everything I possibly could that would fit, that belonged to her. And I mean, right down to pens. Look, here's a perfect example. This is my mom's. You know, this cup. This is her feather. A lot of the pens in here are hers. I mean, it's the way it's been. And so I held on to a lot of her things. But earlier today, I don't know what came over me, but I brought my daughter to do something. I can't remember what it is she needed to do. It's not important. But when I got back home, I was thinking about, okay, so I have these, they're called Chinese fortune sticks. And they come in like a wooden tube. And it has a bunch of sticks inside of it. And it comes with a book because there's Chinese lettering on each stick. And then the book, you match up the lettering to what the message is. You pull a stick out, right? And you read it, whatever. But I bought it from my mom a few years ago, and I was thinking about it when I was sitting in the car, and I'm like, I know I have that. I know I have it packed into a box, but because of the way my daughters moved in and out, in and out, in and out, you know, I had all this stuff set up for that belonged to my mom. I had it all set up at one point in a room. I had a room specifically for my mom's belongings. I made a room for her. Like the whole room was a shrine. Oh, it was crazy. But so glad I'm over that. But anyway, so I had in my laundry room next to my dryer, I had boxes that had some of the stuff that belonged to my mom in it. And I thought these Chinese sticks were in that box. But I went over to that box. Well, there was at least 6 boxes stacked up, and each one is full of stuff, right? And so I went through every single one of those boxes. And it was like, I don't know why. It was almost like when a pregnant woman is nesting, you know? But I went through every single one of those boxes, and I ended up getting rid of at least 4 of them and condensing it down real small and only keeping what I really wanted and got rid of the rest, which is huge for me because it took me a long time to part from even a pen, you know? But, yeah. So, but this kind of has that same feeling to it. Like it just came over me and I don't know why. But this has that very same feeling. It feels almost like you feel something coming and your body is adjusting to it. But you don't know what this thing is. So just go with it. Trust it and go with it. Because I feel like you're really picking up on a change that's happening in your life. Even if you can't pinpoint it, it would be in your best interest to... because I feel like if you don't follow these instincts, it's going to suck later. Like you're going to regret that. And I don't mean like a regret where you carry it on your back for the rest of your life, you know? Not that kind of regret. I mean, like, you're going to be really bummed out if you don't. Like, oh, I should have done that when I was feeling it. Like, follow your instincts. Really follow your instincts. This is happening for a reason. I mean, the reason's big enough where I'm picking up on it, right? Truly follow your instincts. So that's really the message for you, water signs. That's interesting. It's the shortest message of all of you. But it seems like the most profound. Interesting. So weird. All right, water. I keep hearing follow it, follow it. Yeah, stay put, everything is fine. Meaning, don't question yourself, do this. Everything is fine, don't panic. So if you're feeling like something is coming, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means you're preparing for it. You're preparing for the next phase of your life that's coming. You don't even know it's coming. Okay. New chapter. You're heading into a new chapter. And a lot of the stuff that you're trying to hold on to, you don't need to hold on to. Yeah, look again. You don't need to hold on to it. That was weird. Water. You feel something coming. I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. You feel something coming, okay? You feel this. And you're trying to follow your instincts, and you should. But the card I just pulled was the best way to predict the future is to create it. You have a big decision to make, water signs. You have a really big decision to make. 2 cards came out at once. Sleep on it, meaning I feel like sleep on this decision. Like, take your time to think about it, because the next card that came up was, would they fight for you? Would they fight for you? Whatever this change is, whatever this decision is, it's involving other people or some other person or whatever. And I really feel like you feel this coming energetically, even if you don't understand it mentally. You feel this change coming. And it would be very wise for you to ground this energy and put some serious thought into it. Yeah. Ignore the bullshit. Yeah, I feel like you could, uh-oh, at the bottom. Uh-oh. You're out of here. Yeah, you're gone. It gets better. All right. Some people might have a fucking hidden agenda, of course. But, yeah. Some of you could be packing up and leaving a situation because there's just bullshit all around you. And some of you may need to think twice before you do, because there may be a hidden agenda behind the scenes. So just really pay attention. And so I think these instincts that you're feeling, it's almost like your guides are kind of training you and prepping you for this change that's coming. Like, they want you to pay attention to your own energy. Pay attention to it. How do you feel? Water. Your root chakra. This is where your stability comes. And I think hold on, let me pull more, because that's talking about your stability. Yeah, it's like moving from one place to another. I'm out of here. That was the other card. Interesting. All right. Water. Yeah, follow your instincts. The solar plexus, this is where your intuition sits. It's in the solar plexus. The yellow chakra is the solar plexus. This is your intuition. That gut feeling that they talk about, that you hear growing up, that gut feeling, that feeling in your gut, that's exactly where your solar plexus is. That's your intuition. Your darkest fears. Get out of your head. Change is coming, and you know it, and it's scaring you. Believe and succeed. Yeah, see, refusing to see. I think your guides are trying to get through to you, and it's hard for you to understand it. You definitely have a choice to make. See this standing at the fork in the road? coming out of sadness and isolation. And that's the choice, you know, too. You know, that's the decision you need to make. Like, this change that's coming up, is it going to be a good change? Can you experience something from it? And let's say it's not a good change. What happens after that? Like, let's say, okay, so maybe you're getting ready to, maybe you're nesting like a pregnant woman, right? So maybe you're like holding on to things because you feel this change is coming. So let's say you feel like you're going to have to move, like physically move somewhere. You feel it. You haven't had the evidence of that yet, but you feel it, right? And you don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know how it's going to go. But if the place that you've been sitting in needed to end anyway, then this could just be the catalyst that gets you out of that. So even if where you're heading doesn't work out, you've removed yourself from something that already wasn't working out. Do you know what I mean? Like, change is good. Change is good. It's uncomfortable, but it's good. I just think you need to be wise. Like, you got to be careful. Set strong boundaries, of course, but I feel like don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. This anxiety, yeah, your guides really want you to get in touch with your emotions, get in touch with your feelings, get in touch. They really want you to have all your senses aware. They want you to be hyper aware. So follow your instincts, okay? It's really important for you right now, water signs, to follow your instincts. Follow your intuition. Let that guide you. Let that lead you. Stay out of your head. You need to stay out of your head, water signs, okay? So, I hope that made sense, guys. I hope you guys heard me okay. Sorry the video was really small. I forgot I'm using my OBS program because, well, my phone sucks and I need a new one. But anyway, I love y'all and I will see you later. I look cockeyed as hell. God. Bye.